take a look at their road numbers here in the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs. 7-2 away from T-Mobile Arena. Goals per game, 4.22. Goals against, 2.56. The PK clicking at 80%. Look, if you're Rod Brindamore, this is exactly how you started up or drew up how you wanted to start game number one. You score 25 seconds in, you take a quick 2-0 lead. What impressed you about the way the Vegas Golden Knights were able to quickly erase that and take a 3-2 lead?
They problem solve real time during the game. Clearly the first 10, 12 minutes was not the way Vegas wanted to play. That was played on Carolina's terms, but they were able to figure things out with some coaching, with some experience of what it is like to play against Carolina in this building, and they got better. They got away from coughing up pucks. They were able to get into the offensive zone. I think that goal by Theodore late was huge in the first period because it got them back within one, and you're like, okay, we can just play now. And then for second period, that's Vegas. That's the way they want to play. They got to their game, and they looked really good when they did.
Yeah, and then this is a different animal for Carolina. And Carolina knows that. They knew that coming in. But you sit here, and how many games have we seen in the playoffs where Carolina goes up 12-2 in shots, they get up in a game, and it's kind of night-night. Like, you're done. Well, not with Vegas. And you get that timely goal by Theodore, and it comes with the fourth line. Having those guys go out there and just kind of get that screen in front of Freddie, and it gave him life. And I just think you're going into intermission, Patty, and you're feeling, all right, it's 2-1. We didn't like that game. We were down 1-0 and 30 seconds in or whatever it was. But it gave them some opportunity, and they really rebounded in that second period.
Yeah, and I think when you look at Vegas as a whole, too, in Carolina got off to a great start. But when you look at Vegas, they got to their game. They got pucks below the top of the circle. They found a way, and that's what they need to do against this team. This team plays a fast-paced game, and to do that, you have to put pucks behind them and slow them down as much as possible and make it frustrating for them, because if they can jump up in the play and create off those turnovers, that's their game, like you talked about earlier, Johnny. They want to play off the rush. They want quick transition plays. But Vegas got to that, and they started getting to their game, and they found a way to have success.
And the other part about it, guys, you know what it's like. When you have a team that comes back a few times, now you just think you can. Yeah. Even though the numbers suggest you shouldn't be able to, Vegas has been coming back in games all playoff long, and so now they don't fear going down a goal or two in a game. They trust they'll be able to figure it out and find a way to come back.
Playoff road wins. You can see best third period goal differential in the regular season and the playoffs. Nobody better than the Golden Knights right now at plus 57. The Canes on this list as well at plus 19. Both teams, you feel like the forecheck is going to be a vital part of their success in this series going forward. How do you think the forechecks played a role in this game one?
Well, in the second period, the forecheck for Vegas turned up. That got possession, they got their chances. And it's not rocket science, it's not a nuanced system. You try to pressure the puck, try to force the puck up the boards, and then have your defenseman seal that board and keep the puck back alive. And Vegas did that a couple times, and it works out for goals. And Brayden McNabb was involved a few different times, but even pucks that just, you want to get it down, get it moving around the boards, and then just seal it. Don't let the other guys go up. And then once you have it, I think the key for Vegas guys is once they turn it over, attack quickly. Whether it's from the blue line or from the slot. If you can, get it down to that, because Carolina flows to the puck and they flow to the boards, and the open middle of the ice is going to be open for a little bit. Here comes Brayden McNabb down. He chips this one to Jack Eichel, and look at the front of the net. Wide open because there's a slight reaction in the coverage and a delay. And I thought in the second period, that's exactly how Vegas wanted to turn the tides. Playing the offense end, starts with the forecheck, getting possession, but then attacking quickly was key.
Hey, when you talk about this team and the man-on-man that Carolina plays, like that's going to open up the opportunities. Like if you're just going to keep it to the outside, they're fine with that, and they will close you out, and they will get the puck and go down to the other end. So I thought I was really impressed by both teams in this game. Different stages of the game. Both of them can fight each other with possession time and holding on to pucks in the zone. So there were some stretches in that second period. I'm thinking, oh man, Vegas is really, it's like 5 minutes hemming them in their own zone. Well, then we saw Carolina kind of push back in maybe even the second period and third period. So, I mean, that's going to be the name of the game. And that's something that both these two teams have. They have that ability. You know how many times you have coaches that are like, hey, Johnny, we need a shift here. Just hang on to pucks in the offensive zone. Both these two teams can do it, and I think that changes momentum back and forth.
Yeah, it does. And I think with Vegas, when they stick to that game, it's really going to frustrate Carolina. And I think, to me, I told Johnny off air when I had John Cooper and we were playing these guys in the second round, he said, if you guys want to win this series, you have to dump pucks in and try to make them tired And for us, we have to beat the man-to-man. And don't hope plays. Wait for those opportunities plays. Wait for those plays that are going to come, like the Thomas Hertl play. He cycles down low, holds on to it, and then where's your next play? How are you going to beat your check off the wall? How are you going to beat your check in front of the net? And I think they did that. But with Carolina, if they continue to stay with it, I think they'll be all right. I think we saw a lot of good out of Carolina.
Yeah, I think the Hertl game winner was exactly the risk of man-on-man defense. It's Gostisbehere and Hertl on the boards, and Gostisbehere is a step behind the net, then he's a step behind off the wall, and yeah, it's a really good pass. But there's not a lot of layers of support in behind the initial coverage because everyone's assigned to their guy. No one's really sagging off. You do him, you got to cover Hertl, that's your job, and Gostisbehere couldn't do it. And if you're and if you have that moment, you don't need many of them. If you have that moment, you'll get a good chance against Carolina.
And it's funny too, that whole shift when that puck enters the zone, Hertl he's being trailed the whole time. No one's really on him the entire shift. And he always has a step, whether it's on Gostisbehere and the way when they just entered the zone. So it was almost like you needed that quick movement because you kind of had them on the run. And I don't know how they just know where that guy is and know that he's open. You can make that pass, but Tomas Hertl was loose the entire shift.
And that's the advantage of being big, right? Gostisbehere is trying to close, but he can't get to his stick because of the frame that Hertl. He's a big dude that sticks 8 feet in front of him, and that was a pivotal play to win the game.
Patty, it's funny when you talk about Tomas Hertl. There was a time after the Olympic break where Tomas Hertl probably thought he'd never score another NHL goal again, right? I think he went 29 games or something like that. Then all of a sudden he gets one, gets that confidence, and now he's scored some pretty big goals in this. What does confidence do to a guy when maybe it isn't going well in the regular season, but you finally kind of find your stride here at the most important time of the season?
I think confidence is a big thing in NHL 1. I think with Tomas Hertl, he's a goal scorer, he's a producer in this league, but I think it's those feel-good plays, getting in the right areas, creating some opportunities for yourself, but it's those feel-good plays. If it's a play off the wall there, if it's play, in the offensive zone, trying to get your game and trying to develop it and moving in the right direction, I think that's what he's doing. He's trying to find the back of the net, but he's also working to get to the net. He's working to get off his checks. He's working to get in those opportunity areas, and now he's getting those opportunities.
And I think when William Karlsson came back, it took a lot off his plate. So he is a center, and he's a good center, and he's good on both sides of the puck. But he wasn't in his groove. He wasn't feeling his game. And I played wing my whole career, and you don't need to think too much. In a center position, it takes some pressure off you. And it seems like that was lifted because he's a different player in probably the later stages of the playoffs.
And it allowed Vegas to make 3 great scoring lines now. Right? You have Jack Eichel's line, enough said, and then William Karlsson goes back and plays with Mitch Marner and Howden, and all of a sudden the 3 of them work so well together, have great chemistry. You saw it on the Karlsson goal, and then you have Hertl and Stone anchoring a third line, I guess with Sissons, who apparently is also pretty talented offensively if you look at that pass, and now it's 1, 2, 3, all can hurt you offensively.
Yeah, well, Tomas Hertl feeling pretty good about himself and his game right now. You saw him in the locker room after the game, all smiles. Why wouldn't he be? The 5-4 game winner in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final.